I think, therefore I am. This famous phrase seems to affirm our existence through our sense of self. But what if this very I is the root of our suffering? What if our relentless focus on me, myself, and I is the very thing holding us back from true peace and fulfillment? Welcome, viewers. Today we're diving deep into the age-old battle between pride and humility. We'll explore how our ego-driven language and thought patterns contribute to our struggles and how cultivating genuine humility might be the key to liberation. But who or what is this I we're so adamantly defending and promoting? From a psychological perspective, this I isn't the core of our being, but rather an intricate tapestry woven from layers upon layers of emotional wounds, adaptive patterns, and internalized beliefs. It's actually a collection of coping mechanisms and survival strategies developed in response to our life experiences. This I isn't just a passive construct. It's a ravenous, ever-demanding entity that consumes our lives and the lives of those around us. It's a drama queen of the highest order. It's the star of its own perpetual soap opera, where every minor slight becomes a catastrophe, every inconvenience a personal attack. How dare they cut me off in traffic? Don't they know who I am? It wails and gnashes its teeth at the slightest provocation, turning molehills into mountains with gleeful abandon. This I is a tyrant, a dictator who believes the entire universe should bend to its will. It's not just self-centered, it's the center of everything. The sun, it rises purely to cater to the I's schedule. The rain, it falls solely to ruin the I's perfectly planned picnic. It genuinely believes that every event, every person, every cosmic occurrence revolves around its petty desires and grievances. This I doesn't just want, it demands. It believes with unwavering certainty that the world owes it everything on a silver platter. Success, love, admiration, these aren't goals to be worked towards, but birthrights to be claimed. Perhaps most appallingly, this I even has the audacity to make demands of the divine. It treats God, the universe, or whatever higher power it acknowledges as a cosmic vending machine. I prayed for a promotion, so where is it? As if the vast, incomprehensible forces that govern existence are merely servants to its whims. This ego construct that dominates our lives is also stunningly, catastrophically ignorant. It has absolutely no clue what's actually good for you. None. Zero. Zilch. It's as blind as a bat and twice as confused, yet it struts around with the unearned confidence of a peacock on steroids. And here's the kicker. This I is so lacking in self-awareness that it doesn't even realize its very fabric is woven from threads of suffering and death. It's a construct built on pain, fear, and defensive reactions. Its foundation is rotting, its walls are crumbling, and yet it desperately, pathetically clings to life, demanding more, always for me, for me. Ego is like a parasite that's convinced itself it's the host. It feeds on your life force, drains you of joy and spontaneity, all while insisting that it's acting in your best interest. Trust me, it says, as it steers you towards another self-destructive behavior. I know what's best, it claims, as it sabotages your relationships and opportunities for growth. It's a blind fool stumbling through life, making decisions based on outdated information and misinterpreted experiences. It's using a map from your childhood to navigate your adult life and then throws a tantrum when you end up lost. It promises security, but delivers anxiety. It promises fulfillment, but brings only fleeting satisfaction followed by gnawing emptiness. It promises love, but offers only attachment and fear of loss. And the real tragedy? We listen to it. We obey its commands. We treat its whispers as gospel truth. I need this to be happy, it says, and we believe it, chasing after the next shiny object, the next accomplishment, the next relationship, always thinking that this finally will be the thing that fills the void. But it never does it? Because that void, that emptiness the I is always trying to fill is the I itself. It's a black hole of need, endlessly consuming but never satisfied. This I doesn't understand joy, doesn't comprehend peace. These states threaten its existence. Real joy, true peace, these arise in the absence of the I, in those precious moments when we're fully present, when we've momentarily forgotten ourselves. This I is not your friend, it's not your protector, it's not your true self. It's a phantom, a mirage, a vampire, a pimp, a convincing illusion that's been running your life for far too long. It's a dictator that needs to be deposed, a tyrant that needs to be overthrown. Also, This I is a master of delusion, convincing itself of its own supreme importance. It believes its thoughts are uniquely profound, its feelings exceptionally deep, its suffering particularly poignant. No one understands my pain, it moans, wallowing in the false belief that its struggles are somehow more significant than those of the billions of other humans on this planet. It's a relentless narrator, providing unwanted commentary on every aspect of life. It can't simply experience a beautiful sunset. It has to frame the experience in terms of how it relates to I. I've never seen such a gorgeous sunset. I wish I had my camera. I bet this would get a lot of likes on my social media. Also, this I is so threatened by the success of others that it can't even offer a genuine compliment without making it about itself. You got a promotion? Well, I was due for one last year, but my boss is clearly biased against me. It's a master of comparison, constantly measuring itself against others. But this comparison is rigged from the start. When the I comes up short, it's because the world is unfair. When it seems to come out on top, it's proof of its inherent superiority. This I we've created is, in short, a tyrannical, self-obsessed entity that turns the vast, wondrous experience of life into a narrow, self-centered narrative. It transforms the rich tapestry of existence into a mirror, reflecting back only its own desires, fears, and delusions. Now let's talk about the most poison nectar that feeds this monstrous I we've created: pride. Pride isn't just a part of the I, it's the fuel that keeps this whole dysfunctional system running. Pride is what allows the I to maintain its delusion of superiority and importance. It's the smokescreen that obscures the I's fundamental ignorance and incompetence. Pride whispers sweet lies in our ear. You're special, you're better, you deserve more. It's pride that makes the I resist new information, reject criticism, and refuse to change. Pride convinces the I that it's always right, that its perspective is the only valid one. Pride is the armor the I wears to protect itself from the terrifying reality of its own insignificance. It's a shield against the truth that this I, this construct we've invested so much in, is nothing more than a temporary arrangement of thoughts and memories, as substantial as a sandcastle against the tide. Pride is what keeps the I from recognizing its own ignorance. It's pride that prevents the I from admitting, I don't know. It's pride that makes the I choose being right over being happy, being admired over being authentic. Pride is the reason the I can't bear to be wrong, can't stand to be corrected, can't tolerate being overlooked. It's why the I turns every interaction into a competition, every disagreement into a battle, every criticism into an all-out war. Pride is the intoxicant that makes the I drunk on its own perceived importance. And like any drunkard, the I, under the influence of pride, is belligerent, unreasonable, and dangerous to itself and others. It's pride that makes us defend our wounds, cling to our limitations, and resist growth and change. And perhaps most tragically, it's pride that blinds the I to its own suffering. Pride convinces the I that its pain is noble, its struggle heroic. It turns the I's misery into a badge of honor, a proof of its depth and complexity. No one suffers like I do, pride proclaims, as if that's something to be celebrated rather than healed. Recognizing the role of pride in maintaining the tyranny of I is crucial. It's only when we see how pride inflates and sustains this false self that we can begin to deflate it. True humility, not self-abasement, but a clear-eyed recognition of our place in the grand scheme of things, is the antidote to this poisonous pride. In the second part of this video, we'll delve into the antidote to this poisonous pride, true humility. We'll explore what genuine humility looks like and discuss practical ways to embody it in our daily lives. Until then, I invite you to observe your I in action. Notice how often it asserts itself, how it colors your perceptions and drives your reactions. This awareness is the beginning of transformation. Thank you for joining me in this first part of our discussion. Stay tuned for part 2, where we'll discover the liberating power of humility and learn how to loosen the grip of the tyrannical I.